top shape when I saw him in his last match. If that's true, he's going to have a heck of a long night tonight.
All right, well, Yasser squaring off against the reigning world champion, Golovkin. That bout coming up next when we return to Athens. Quarterfinal action. Gennady+Golovkin of Kazakhstan against Ramadan+Yasser of Egypt. Golovkin, the reigning world champion in this weight class, beat Oleg Mashkin at the World Championships last year. Yasser, controversial win, Teddy, last Saturday against the two-time Olympic medalist Marian Simeon of Romania. Yasser won at 36-24. Yasser was hurt in the last round. It looked like Simeon had many points that just were not recorded. The Romanians filed a protest. The decision of the bout was not overturned. And how about Egypt? They've never won a medal in middleweight division. Their only boxing medal came in 1960 in the flyweight division. They already have 3 boxers that have made it to the medal round. Yasser could become the 4th Egyptian boxer to earn a medal here in Athens.
Well, it's going to be a tough order of business for that to happen for Yasser, because in Golovkin, the 2003 gold medalist in the World Championships, very experienced, very efficient. Yasser not that experienced internationally. He'll move, he'll punch, he'll time you in side shots if he can. And he'll cover up once in a while like that. But that didn't help him right there with Golovkin, as he knew what to do with that cover. Use the uppercut and split the guard right up the middle. In that last fight with Yasser that you're talking about, Bob, I felt that he was running out of gas. His conditioning looked a little suspect coming down the stretch. It better have improved, and that would be hard to do in a couple of days. But it better have improved if he's going to have a shot of pulling off an upset with Golovkin. Maybe that's why he's grabbing so much on the inside, trying to pace himself, Yasser.
Golovkin trying to become the 2nd boxer from Kazakhstan to advance to the medal round here in Athens. Reigning world champion, Gennady+Golovkin. Let's take a look at the rules in amateur boxing. 4 2-minute rounds, 5 judges, computerized scoring. The battle end. Boxer trails by 20 at any point in the first 3 rounds. 3 counts in a round, 3 8 counts, that is, they stop the bout. Electronic scoring, white portion of the gloves. Blow delivered to the front of the portion of the torso and head counts. You don't get any points for a power shot or knockdown, and at least 3 of the 5 judges must record it within 1 second in the computer for it to count. Well, Teddy, the white portion of the gloves is a given. Here's where it gets very subjective.
Punch has to land directly on the face of the side of the head for the hope of a point. Chest, torso, and above the waist, also 1 point.
Gennady+Golovkin of Kazakhstan with a 9-6 lead. And Yasser of Egypt comes out slinging a left hand.
And that can hurt him, because he's coming out from too far away, showing a little bit of his crudeness and lack of maybe international experience. Can leave himself open to counters from Golovkin. He's very awkward, Yasser, and not completely developed yet. Still a little crude, rough around the edges. But gets things down more effective than he looks like sometimes. He'll step back, he'll counter, you just saw it there, he'll pick his spots, he'll punch inside your shots, he'll try to time you, he'll move, he'll look to catch you a little bit off guard and then punch. I guess what I'm saying is Yasser is awkwardly clever, but he's grabbing a lot again. Not good for Golovkin. I think Golovkin would want a fast pace here, because again, I said it earlier, I'm not sure of the conditioning of Yasser.
Yasser's tied the bout at 10. And he falls behind by a point. Referee is Georgios Karas of Greece.
Yasser gets it done in an ugly way. He just doesn't look good doing it. He'll come in, he'll go out, he'll counter real quick, but he can be effective and very difficult to deal with. Smarter than he looks. Strategically, technically, boxing-wise.
Later on in our program, you'll see the American representative in this weight class, Andre Durrell.
Look at that, Yasser. He stepped that back. He made it very apparent he was looking for a counter left hook there, Bob. And Golovkin stopped a little bit, didn't want to walk into it, and then all of a sudden Yasser jumped in with the lead right hand. Again, the lead right hand scoring and a left hook behind it. Hanging close with the favorite, Golovkin.
Ramadan+Yasser of Egypt, trying to become the 4th Egyptian boxer to advance to the medal round.
And this is how he's doing it. He's got long arms. He's using that jab to try to set up the right hand, get Golovkin to go straight back, ties him up in the inside, rest a little bit. And again, the long left hand catches Yasser going backwards, and he knows when he can get Yasser, or when he can get Golovkin going backwards, he knows he can make him susceptible. He's in the path of the punch, and he lands the right hand.
See how Yasser qualified. Golovkin, the world champion, went through Asian qualifying to reach here. Kazakhstan, part of the former Soviet Union, located in Central Asia. China to the east, Russia to the north. The winner of this bout will face the winner of the Andre Durrell, your Adonis de Spain bout, which is coming up a little bit later on. There's some blood on the left arm of Golovkin. I wonder if that's from the nose or mouth of Yasser.
The herky-jerky style, the unorthodox approach of the less experienced Yasser versus the much more experienced and steadier Golovkin. More traditional Golovkin. Things that usually work with a more predictable opponent not working for Golovkin. When he steps back, he thinks he's okay. He's not okay. Yasser comes right with him. When he thinks it's okay to come in, that time it was okay to come in. But there goes Yasser looking to punch at the right time inside the shots of Golovkin. Trying to catch Golovkin being a little greedy. Going for too much offense. There are spots you can catch Yasser, as awkward as he is. And Golovkin just showed you one of them. As Yasser goes back straight from too close. Now Golovkin trying to separate himself a little bit in the score. Always set to punch. Trying to make that work for him.
Golovkin has outscored Yasser 9-2 here in the 3rd round to open up his lead.
The gas tank, maybe the needle starting to point a little towards the E for Yasser.
Through 3 rounds, Gennady+Golovkin of Kazakhstan with a 23-15 lead. Dominant 3rd round.
As we go down the stretch, maybe Yasser's condition betraying him a little bit. He reaches in, and then he goes straight back, and Golovkin, nice and steady, follows him. Nice right hand to the body by Golovkin. That will start to take gas out of your tank.
He's only 22 years of age. Gennady Golovkin, world champion. So far, good performance. You get a look at Yasser. Egypt, only boxing medal came in 1960. Here in Athens, light heavyweight Ahmed Ismail has advanced to the medal round. Heavyweight Muhammad El Said and super heavyweight Muhammad Ali have all advanced. So Egypt with at least 3. And if Yasser can turn this thing around here in the last round, possibly 4 medals in Athens.
Even if Yasser doesn't turn it around, good effort, terrific performance, surprise performance, as you say, by Egypt. Now the unorthodox approach of Yasser starting to hurt him. Reaching in with wide punches, getting a little desperate, maybe a little tired. Now he can get picked up by clean shots from Golovkin, whose greatest strength is to be set to punch.
We'll see if Yasser can get something going here as Golovkin keeps him away.
Neither fighter deciding to really work on the inside. Both accepting clinches.
That's a good stiff shot. But Golovkin comes back with a right of his own.
Golovkin is, or Yasser for that matter, is like that empty cup you see floating in the ocean. It just comes back and forth with the tide.
That's a good one. It really does sum it up, you're right.
You think you've seen the last of it, and then all of a sudden, there it is in front of you again. With a Y on it. It's Yasser's cup.
He's going to run out of time. Golovkin, the world champion, just better than Yasser.
A little bit more balanced, set to punch, fundamentals and experience carrying him, Bob.
Golovkin will be the second boxer here in Athens from Kazakhstan to move on to the medal round. The reigning world champion. Good, solid performance. And anytime Yasser got something going, Golovkin responded.
And there's the clinch on the inside. Yasser pushing him off with his shoulder a little bit, trying to score quick and then grab again. But in the end, the final say is the more experienced Golovkin's.
22-year-old Gennady Golovkin of Kazakhstan won the world championship.